noise around AI and there's a lot of noise around humanoids, for example, when it comes to digitalization. I think if you look at this slide and you see the amount of companies already developing this type of technology, it's quite impressive, right? From many places across the globe. Ultimately, I think for our business and for our industry, the most important is the use case.
The way that we're able to transform what's happening at checkout and introduce the kind of emotional feeling and overall confidence of the customer in completing the transaction is by creating a dynamic experience based on the user segment, not treating every customer equally, but looking at a first-time customer different than a returning customer, different than a high-value customer or a subscribing customer, and personalizing the entire experience along the way.
The WMSs, they're not built for that kind of complexity, I guess, is the main thing. When it came time to, you get your products, you get your package ready to go out the back door, it's just, hey, we can produce a label for you without optimizing the best source, the best packaging, like I mentioned earlier, the smallest box, all of that.
It is so rare that data is actually converted into information. And ultimately, the people on the operations side, they don't care about data. They care about information. And information over time creates knowledge. So data is useless unless it can be converted into information.
The Amazon effect is real, as much as we don't like to keep talking about it. That push for 2-day mail, that push for 3-day mail, whichever the flavor is that your customer wants, they have a high expectation of you making that commitment, of being able to deliver on that commitment, and then being able to do it every single time. Otherwise, they're going to hop to the next one, which means that order management needs to be brought in to manage this process. Paper is not going to do it above the small business space, above a single DC. As your complexity of interaction grows and your complexity of fulfillment methods grows, that means that the ability to apply rules-based processing has been more important now than ever for safeguarding that experience, which ultimately is around safeguarding your margins as a brand or a shipper on the outbound side.
When you're fulfilling an order, when you're shipping an order out the door, 23% of the returns were due to shipping the wrong item to customers, right? Over half of order errors, up to 65%, were fulfillment errors. You just got it wrong. Wrong quantities, wrong items. And the average cost of these errors is up to $25 when you're accounting for dissatisfaction, lost sales, labor for reshipping it, and so on.
Optimizing packaging can have tremendous bottom line impacts, right? So with factors like dimensional weight, labor costs, oversized fees, perpetual rate increases, we've been able to take a look and say, okay, with customers where we are able to analyze their order profiles and we actually have FedEx and UPS rate tables, these are the average impacts. So outbound logistics is about 50 cents per order. And then if you're picking into a box, or if you're automating and going into a box last environment, 40 cents in packing savings per order, 7 cents in void fill, and then 13 cents in material savings.
Like everything, like a new spice that shows up in the cooking world, right? There are times when you use it and there are times when you don't. When we're looking at shipment execution, definitive algorithms take up a lot of our space, right? You don't want to estimate a shipping cost. You don't want to hallucinate a label, okay? And you can't probability a PLD file. These things have to be 100% accurate. But that doesn't mean there's no space in the back end, no space in the deep tech area for AI to occur. One of the things that is very variable, very probabilistic, which is where AI is great and is probabilities, is things such as the time in transit.
It's the only guarantee that we have is your business will change over time. And so our answer is, instead of trying to design the perfect solution set, let's put the right products, the right algorithms, and the right software in place. That software continues to adapt as we have additional learnings on the market, et cetera. And our customers then get access to those upgrades every 6 months. So instead of spending 3 years to design it to know that it's just going to change again, our answer is let our software teams continue to run in a product-focused manner, like Paccurate and Cartonize Fulfill X. And then let's bring those as new value and new feature sets are available. Let's bring those to our customers so that they can just take advantage of them without having to be stuck in this constant design and engineering cycle, which costs money and effort from our customer base.